Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Arkham Horror 2nd edition, where we are playing Tendrils from below. We are attempting to stop Nioghtha from waking up, and we're doing pretty well, and we're just about to start episode 12. More good news, yet again, there were no errors. Well, none that I didn't catch in editing anyway. And that means we can pretty much get straight into episode 12. And that means our first investigator is going to be William Yorick. So let's get to the upkeep phase. And here we are at the upkeep phase. Okie dokie, we've got no cards to refresh, so we can move straight on to good old William, who is down here. Now, first of all, we've got to roll for his blessing, which is very important, because we'll be deciding whether or not that we actually take on this wraith, depending on what he gets here. So, where is my shaker? It's there. Does he keep his blessing? No. And I tell you what, he's not keeping his blessing, and I'm not going to roll for it with Sister Mary's personal story either. The reason for that is I definitely want her blessed. So I definitely want her to have a reroll. So unfortunately, poor old William is no longer blessed, which is a bit of a downer. And that means we're going to have to change our plans, because the wraith is a tough boy. He is very, very tough. And we are going to struggle to get 4 successes, because he will have 4 toughness, because we've still got chill in the grave. Now, we've got the powder of Ibn Ghazi, which is 9 dice. But even then, you know, to get a 5 or a 6 because he isn't blessed, well, yeah. We're struggling, I think. So what we'll do is we will try and evade. So we're gonna have to move his slider. We're gonna move it 2. Remember, he did pass his personal story, so he's got a focus of 2 now. So he now has a sneak of 3. It's plus 0, the modifier for trying to evade a wraith, so he will get 3 normal dice, and he has got a clue token for a re-roll. So that's a bit unfortunate. I did want him to kill the wraith, but yeah, he's going to struggle. So what we'll do is he's just going to try and give it the slip. He's still got 1 movement point, so he'll be able to nip into the Silver Twilight Lodge for a laugh. Okay, so that's a bit unfortunate. So poor old William has lost his blessing. Next up is Wilson Richards, who is up here. He has got to roll for his blessing. Watch it, I'm going to lose all my blessings now. Come on, Wilson. Yay, another 6, what a star. So he keeps his blessing. Is he going to change any of his sliders? No, he isn't. He's not moving anywhere. He's just going to stay in South Church. And that means we can move straight on to Sister Mary. She's got a couple of things to roll for. First of all, her blessing. Remember, she does have a re-roll for this. Didn't need it. So, cool. And she's going to roll for a bank loan. A 4 or better, please. A 4 is good enough. She doesn't have to pay $1. Does she change any of her sliders? No, she's going to keep them the same as well. Because what we're going to try and do is, yes, in fact we will move her sliders. The reason is, just in case we fail with Find Gate. So we'll use her focus, and we'll just decrease her speed and increase her sneak. Okie dokie, having done that, there is nothing else for her, so we can move straight on to Rita. Rita doesn't have to do any blessing rolls or anything like that. We're just going to check, is she going to change any of her sliders? No. it doesn't really matter because unfortunately she's going to go bonkers. So we'll just keep them where they are for the time being, and that's it for the upkeep phase. So let's get into the movement phase. And here we are with William. I took his blessed dice off him, but I didn't take his blessed card off him, so let's get rid of that. Okay, now we are compliant. Okay, we're going to try and evade this guy. So it's +0 on the evade. He's going to get 2 dice because he's got 2 sneak, but remember, he does have a clue token. Come on, William. He gets a 5. Brilliant. So he's just going to move 1 into the Silver Twilight Lodge. So that is great. Well done him. And having done that, who is next? It is going to be Wilson Richards. And here we are with Wilson. What's he going to do? Absolutely rock all. He's staying put. So that's very quick for Wilson. We can move straight on to Sister Mary. And here we are with Sister Mary. Now, she's going to cast Find Gate. So that's going to cost her 1 sanity. It's got a casting modifier of -1. She has a law of 4, but she also has Thomas F. Malone, which gives her a +1. So he's going to offset that penalty. So it's just going to be 4 dice, 4 blessed dice at that. And let's see if she can find a way home. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just turn that in, get 2 change. So she's spent a sanity to cast it. And let's see if she can cast it. 4 blessed dice. And yes, she gets 3 successes there. 3 normal successes as well. So yes, she casted that easily. Brilliant stuff. So that means she can find her way out of another dimension. Let's just check. Cast and exhaust. Immediately return to Arkham from another world. So we will do that immediately. We've exhausted the card, and she's going to go back to the witch house. So let's get to the witch house. And here we are at the witch house, and she turns up there having used Find Gate, and she also gets a nice little explored token. Brilliant. Okay, that is it for Sister Mary. Next up is Rita Young. And here we are with Rita at Yuggoth. She is going to leave Yuggoth and she is going to return to the woods. So let's get back to the woods. And here we are at the woods. So let's pop Rita there. And she also gets an explored token. So let's pop that on there. Brilliant. Okay, after Rita, that is it. No more investigators to go in the upkeep phase. It's the movement phase. But not for long. It is now the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are with William. Let's move the cell size strangler back over here. I moved it out of the way so we could see good old Rita. Go on, it's not falling over. Right, and we'll need this because we're going to have a Silver Twilight Lodge encounter, which is French Hill, which is the blue deck. And once again, I picked it up upside down. Do a cut, and what's happening in the Silver Twilight Lodge? Care to join the order? Carl Sanford and several of his henchmen ask. If you accept, pay $3 and take a Silver Twilight membership. Yes, we will do. Why not? He's got $3. In fact, he's got $10. So he will become a member of the Silver Twilight Lodge. Have a look. There it is. So any phase, whenever you have an encounter at the Silver Twilight Lodge, you have an encounter at the Inner Sanctum instead. But he's only just joined, so we can't do that. So we'll pop that there. Pays in $10 to Carlos, and he gets $7 change. Very good. So well worth the price to avoid that horrible wraith outside in the street. Okay, so that is it for William Yorick. Next up is Wilson Richards. And here we are with Wilson. And just to, you know, let's get to the end of the game. So he's not going to have an encounter. He doesn't have to bless anybody. So what he's going to do is he's going to do an odd job for Father Michael for $1. So Wilson now has $1. And that is the end of his encounter phase. Okay, after him, yes, it's the big ones. So first up is Sister Mary. And here we are with Sister Mary. We'll just move William out of the way a bit. He's still at the Silver Twilight Lodge, hobnobbing with his new friends. And what we've got to do is try and seal this gate. So she's blessed. It's +0 modifier. And she has a law of 4. And in fact, it's a law of 5. What am I talking about? Because of Thomas F. Malone. So she's going to have 5 blessed dice to see if she can spend 5 clue tokens to seal this gate. Come on, Sister Mary. And she gets 2 successes. Not a very good roll, but we managed to do it. And that means she takes this as a trophy. So, well done. It also means she spends 5 clue tokens, which leaves her with 1. So, there we go. And that means, yes, we get a blue seal of funkiness. Let's get rid of that. And get rid of the Explode token as well. We don't need that anymore. And there we go. Fantastic. Bring William back into shot. And that is brilliant. We only need to seal 1 more gate. And that is a foregone conclusion. So we may as well get on with it. Okie doke. Let's get down to the woods and Rita. And here we are with Rita. And Rita is going to perform the ritual for the Elder Sign. So in the Arkham encounter phase, which is now, when closing a gate, lose 1 stamina and 1 sanity. Return this card to the box. You do not need to make a skill check or spend any clue tokens to seal the gate. In addition, remove 1 Doom token from the Ancient One's Doom track. So we will return that to the box. She loses her final sanity and 1 of her stamina, so she goes bonkers. But just before we get to that, what we've got to do is seal the gate. Now, she doesn't get this as a trophy because it's an endless gate. So that just goes back in the bag. So pop that back in the bag. But we do get rid of the stand. But we do get the blue seal of funkiness. And we can get rid of the Explode token. We also get rid of 1 of these. So we're going the way through. We've actually won now. You've immediately won when this happens, but I'll just go through some of the things that we need to do. Well, we don't need to do them, but just for the sake of completeness. Now, she's gone insane now. So that means she gets carted off to the asylum. So she goes up there. She will get a madness condition because we're using madness cards. So here they are. And we'll do a cut. And let's see what she gets. She is despondent. We've just stopped now, Octha. What are you despondent about? If you ever lose 3 or more sanity at once after any reductions, you are devoured. Treat this card as a duplicate of consumption. That's an injury card for the purposes of being devoured. So she's got that now. But we've won the game anyway, it don't really matter. But one other thing we have to do is she did have a personal story, remember? And unfortunately the fail was if Rita is knocked unconscious or driven insane, place Leave Me Alone in play. And Leave Me Alone is, after the attack, Rita found herself afraid to walk alone at night, much to her disgust. Rita must either spend 1 clue token or lose 1 sanity each time she enters an area or location containing more than 1 monster. So there you go. So, unfortunately, shutting the gate did have its consequences. She's now in Arkham Asylum. She's afraid of monsters, and yes, she is despondent. But she has saved the world. We don't have to go through to the mythos phase or anything. Once you get 6 seals on the board, that is it. You immediately win. So all that stuff I just didn't actually have to do it. But but just for completeness sake, may as well. All right. So we have won Tendrils from below. Quite easy in the end. We did pretty much like steamroller it. Reasons for that, I think, are one, everybody apart from Rita got blessed fairly early and rolled really well. I think we only missed a blessing roll twice, and one of those we re-rolled and got because of the personal story of Mary. We let Williams slide there, which meant that we didn't actually get rid of the Wraith. But I think, yeah, that was the best thing to do. We definitely needed Sister Mary to be blessed when she was trying to seal the gate. I know it was a bit of a long shot, and she probably, you know, it probably wasn't going to be, it probably wasn't going to happen that she'd lose a blessing, but, you know, let's make sure. And yeah, so pretty easy in the end. Now, I'm going to play something else, but I'll be virtually coming back to Arkham Horror 2nd edition straight away. And I think what I'll do is I'll go back to Wolfpack scenarios, and I might pick a really hard one. Yeah, what this has done, this is, like Gil said, this is pretty much the easiest one. Yeah, it was just to get me back into it. I hadn't played Arkham Horror for over 12 months, the 2nd edition. So it's got me back into the swing of it. After about 4 or 5 episodes, I actually started getting the rules right and everything. So now I'm back in the swing of it. I'll very quickly do another playthrough. Keep your eyes peeled for that. But I won't be, well, I will be packing it away, but I'm only putting it off to one side. I will bring it back with one of the harder scenarios from Gil, and perhaps a sideboard as well. So, and we'll go for it. So pick a really tough one and see if we can get past it. So Gil, if you got a, just let us know what the hardest one is. What is your hardest scenario? And we'll give that a go next time after I've played my next game. As I say, I'm not going to pack it away completely. I'm just going to put it off to one side. I'll very quickly do this other playthrough, and then we'll get back to Arkham Horror 2nd edition. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for all the views and for all the subscriptions, the likes and the dislikes, and for all the help and support. As ever, thank you very much. And yeah, any errors, let me know. It's a bit tough because it's the last episode, so if I've made an error, I'm not going to be able to fix it, but by all means put it down in the comments so anybody watching at a later date can find out what a donut I've been. Other than that, anybody who's been across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, thank you very much. I think we're on 83 likes or something, so thank you. Thank you very much. Also, over at BGG, anybody who's liked the video threads over there, you know, give them a thumb or drop Geek Gold or made a comment, thank you so much. Again, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, thanks for anybody who's followed me on those, thank you very much. And as I say, that is it for this particular playthrough of Arkham Horror 2nd edition. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was good to play it again. It was good to get back in the swing, and I'm looking forward, as I say, just after this next playthrough to playing another scenario, and we'll play a really difficult one and go for it. How about that? Alright, so yay, we beat Nyogtha. So I hope thank you very much for sticking with me if you stuck through the whole of the playthrough, and all that remains is for me to say toodaloo.